What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tony's Picks Look Ahead show here with yours truly, Vegas Out, ready to break down here some February 7th action on Saturday. Of course, we're going to get into some Super Bowl Sunday action here. Great Super Bowl weekend we have ahead of us. How can you guys not be excited? Last football game of the year, so to speak. We won't have it here till about September, so let's enjoy it, right? This is the final game here. Let me 1 second. I'm just putting something in, and we'll get into all of the action here. We have fights we're going to talk about. We have what do you call it? Fights, of course. We're going to talk about NBA and college hoops. Plenty of that as well on the slate for tomorrow. Um, I'm excited for this week, and I don't know about you guys. An interesting Super Bowl matchup this year. Seahawks and Patriots. I'm going to get deep into that. That is going to be at the end of the show. Fight picks at the end of the show. We're going to get into hoops right now. Wizards and Nets will be the first game. Before I get into this one, though, do me a favor, like and subscribe here. Click the link as well in the description. Takes you to Tony'sPicks.com, where our best bets are. Really excited, like I said, for this slate. Let's get into it, guys. It's Wizards and Nets. When I look here, pulling this one up 1 second. What do we got spread-wise? It's a 4.5. I'm seeing the Nets are laying. Total 218.5. When you look injury report-wise, a host of names from the Wizards. What do you call it? Kaishan George, Alex Sarr, Bilal Coulibaly. Of course, Trey Johnson still out with the ankle injury, and Cam Whitmore. I'm not counting a D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Davis, any of the trade guys just yet. Of course, they've been hurt too. Exum, Cam Whitmore, Trey Young. None of these guys are going to play, obviously. But you look Nets, it's looking as of right now like a clean injury report. So I do find that kind of interesting. We'll see if Michael Porter gets on there. Nets losers of 3 in a row on a 1-9 run in their last 10 games. I got to somehow do it, though. I don't know. They are favored here with everything I just said. I think it's just because the Wizards, first off, Wizards have been playing a lot of basketball as of late. Have they been playing some good ball? Yeah, they've been doing some nice things. Just outright the Pistons there the other night. They have a day rest, but this is fourth game in 7 days. I don't know. They will be on the front end of a back-to-back. They play Miami up next as well. I don't know. All these guys sitting out for the Wizards, and from what looks like right now, a clean, healthy injury report for the Nets. If Michael Porter's playing, I want over his points, and if Cam Thomas is playing, I want over his points off the bench probably. So Terrence Mann has looked nice. Drake Powell, Danny Wolf, Clowney, Claxton. I like this young squad. 2 young squads that I'm looking forward to next year, how they take this next step. I think I got to trust the line on this one. I got to go -4.5 with the Nets. It's ugly, I know. That's how we start off the look ahead show here. We've got a little bit of a better game to get into here. Rockets and Thunder. I'm seeing the Thunder laying 3.5. Rockets are 3.5-point dogs are the Rockets. Total 211.5. This one in OKC, where OKC's just been immaculate, really, last couple of seasons. 22-4 just this year. You look, the last meeting was about 20 days ago, so to speak, January 15th. OKC won that one 111.91. You could argue a little bit of a buy low price, but then we get into the injury reports. Basically healthy. Jashawn Tate, really the only guy on the injury report for the Rockets. Thunder, I'm seeing both. Just the good Jalen Williams. Shai Gilgeous is looking like he'll be out. AJ Mitchell out. To me, that's 3 big pieces. AJ Mitchell's done big things off the bench this year for them. He's kind of come out of nowhere. Obviously, Jalen Williams is probably the second best player on the Thunder. Oh, wait. SGA is going to be out now. I don't know how you can get on the Thunder here with those 3 pieces gone. Is Caruso going to step up? Is Luke Dort going to step up and do something spectacular? Is Jared McCain going to come out of nowhere now and play? He's not on the injury report, so we'll see with that. either way, I got to try to find a way to get on a healthier, for what it's been last couple days at least. Durant's not on the report. Reed Shepard. I like a Jabari Smith. He's done great things this year. Sengun has been hit or miss. Let's not beat around the bush, but I still think there's plenty of value to get on the, what is it, plus 3.5 you got with the Rockets here? Give me the Houston Rockets here to get this one done, possibly outright there. Again, that's predicated on SGA, all these guys being out. I find it funny that they'd still be favored. So keep an eye on this one, injury report-wise, of course. We got Mavericks and Spurs up next. Let's check the chat. Anybody up in the chat here? We just got one so far. We got a Better Days, man. Good to see you. He says, have a blessed one. Good to see him up in the chat. Let me know what you guys think here about some of these games. We already got through a couple of them. Mavericks and Spurs up next. We got Spurs minus the 10.5. Mavericks, 10.5 point dogs. So Spurs are the favorite here at home. Total 230.5. Injury report-wise in this one, you got Tyus Jones, Chris Middleton, A.J. Johnson, Marvin Bagley, Brandon Williams, all on the injury report. That's 5 key pieces that are going to, some of them are trade pieces, obviously, but you would expect them to start getting ready to play. It's saying game time, not injury related, so it could be a whole host of things. Learning the new plays, conditioning tests, physicals, I don't know, trades. When this is what happens this time of the year with trade season. Obviously, it just ended, but still, all of this stuff you got to keep an eye on. You look Spurs-wise, De'Aaron Fox, Lindy Waters, Jeremy Sochan, and Luke Cornett. Really, Fox is the main guy, obviously, you'd want a little bit in. But those other 3 have been some nice role players off the bench. And, some of this depth is lacking here for the Spurs. Do I want to lay 10.5 points with them? Honestly, not really. It was a 135, 123 win there. I believe, what was that, a couple of days ago? This is the second game right here in a short little spurt for these teams. This is the second leg of a back-to-back. That's what I thought. Not back-to-back, but they played on Thursday. It was a 135, 123 Spurs win. I don't know. I think the Mavericks at least bite down and cover this 10.5. I know it seems like you'd like a little more, but I hate to be square. But first off, I think Brandon Williams will tough this one out. That's a piece I think will play. Najee Marshall, I know the other night he let us down. He only scored like 6 points. Somebody roasted me in the chat for it. Calm down, guys. He's going to get back to his thing. He was doing 18 points a game. So I expect if he plays tomorrow, Najee Marshall, and then obviously what Cooper Flagg's been doing, just give this kid the ball and get out the way. We may see another 30-burger out of him. He's not intimidated at all by Wembanyama. He'll take it right to the rack. Doesn't mean he'll dunk it on him, but he hasn't shown me any hesitation in the few games I've seen him play here so far versus the Spurs going at it. So everybody that's trying to say Wemby's going to, hasn't really seen it quite yet. I don't know. I think the Mavs do enough to keep this one close. Give me the plus 10.5 here in that one. We got Jazz and Magic. I'll get into this one, then I'll get back to the chat here. We got, Jazz here, 9.5 point dogs on the road. Total 237.5. Injury report-wise, of course, Keontae George is still on this thing with an ankle. We don't care about Kevin Love. Cool. It's good if he doesn't play. Elijah Harkless out. Not too many pieces out. We hope Keontae George obviously can play. Huge perimeter piece. The best scorer probably. Obviously there's marketing, but I'm talking about perimeter guard-wise. It's Keontae George is the guy here in Utah. And then Franz Wagner and Colin Castleton. Can't even count Colin Castleton at this point. He's been out for the longest of times. And Franz Wagner has too. Well, it's been about a week at least. I don't know. Magic did step up there the other day. Was it yeah, man, my days are all messed up. This was a Thursday night when they got it done for us there against the Nets. We did kind of lean there. It was a net spot the way I looked at it. Last time these two teams played, though, Jazz and Magic, It was a 128-127 win for Orlando. A tough game there, that one. I believe that one was in Utah. This one here in Orlando, again, both teams, it's far travel spots for these two when they have to do this little spot here, at least being far away from home. This time, the elevation should be back in Magic's favor. Obviously, Jazz could go on any grounds. That's not too big of a deal. I don't look too much into it. Jazz are 6-19 on the road, 2-8 in their last 10. That's where I look. The fact that it's hard to get on the Jazz, just simply not a good team. Oh, Keontae George is going to play. Okay, I can find a way here to get on the Magic with the Desmond Bane, Anthony Black, who stepped up. I like his 20-plus point prop. Obviously, you got the other Wagner brother, Banchero, who I'm not in love with, but he's good enough to get you 20. It might be on 20 shots, but that's neither here nor there. I still think the Magic have enough to cover the spread on this one. It's much similar to that Nets spot where they're kind of in a lucky little scheduling spot. When you look, see who they got next. They got a 2-game set here versus the Bucks to start the week. But all of this is at home. Let's defend our home floor if you're this Orlando Magic squad. I think they do it here. Give me the Magic minus the 9.5. We got Hornets and Hawks I'll get into here. Let me get right back to the chat real quick. Homeboy saying the Spurs. Hey, I'm not mad at it. You heard my case there. That was Mavericks that we were talking about. First off, Spurs have been a cash cow for me. I've been backing them all year. Excuse me, guys. I've been backing Spurs almost all year, so I'm never going to get mad at somebody, but I actually think that's a dog spot. Just going off flat-out recency. Flat-out recency there. All right, let's get back to it. Hornets, Hawks. What do you call it here? Trying to find this one. We got Hornets, of course, laying it still. Not in a lot, and it's at this point kind of deserved. Hornets are laying 2.5 on the road here. Total 231.5. I looked at the over. I just got to look at the over, man. It's so crazy what the Hornets have done to me total-wise this year. They massively trend to the under. I mean, just stay away from the total. I'm going to stop chasing these totals. They burned me the other day with the Spurs. You got to look Hornets. This is 8 in a row. I think they're definitely still deeper than the, Hawks. A way better three-point shooting team. I don't care what the numbers say. They shoot way more threes per game, and they actually are – it's saying they both shoot 37%, but bull crap. Dyson Daniels is on the Hawks roster. At least let me double-check that with all these trades. So I'm not even lying. Jesus. You catch my drift. Hawks three-point shooting-wise, I'm not in love with compared to yes, he is, by the way. It's compared to what the Hornets are bringing right now. And I don't think Kobe White's going to play. He's still on the injury report. This cat, Malik Branham, who they got from the Wizards, I believe, is still out. And Saloon is a game time. A nice little piece off the bench when he plays. All right, yes, Kuminga's on the Hawks now. He's out. Buddy Hield's out. Or game time, not injury related. We'll see if they actually make a Buddy Hield debut. Okonkwo's finally going to come back after getting popped in the mouth. I mean, I get missing maybe a game. How many games has he missed? It's been a couple already. It's like, bro, stitch it up. Get your ass back on the court. Because honestly, when he's on the court, he's a little bit of a cash cow for us. The points and rebounds prop with Onyeka Okongwu. Can you get back on the court? Gabe Vincent, they got him from the Lakers. I mean, guys, this trade deadline stuff, you're lying to yourself if you know all these rosters right now off the top of your head. Let's just be real. I still like the Hornets. Like I said, just this win streak, it's making it really obvious, really easy. You should have been on the Hornets maybe 5 games ago, and you should be on this streak just at this point, just rolling it over. Thank you. Oh, -2.5? Thank you. Only thing that worries me is people are probably doing that. And yes, the Hawks could ruin everybody's parade. But again, I actually like what the Hornets are doing. I get why they're getting on this winning streak. Starting 5 that's playing kind of this positionless, long guys. I mean, Concanipo's like a 6'6", 6'7". LaMelo 6'7", 6'8". That's your main ball handlers. Hornets are Brandon Miller is another 6'9", 6'10", who's playing the 2 guard. I mean, they're dangerous. What are they on the standings? I believe they're right there. Let me get off this Hornets bandwagon. Yeah, they're 10th in the East in the play-in as of right now. So look out for the Hornets. Are they going to make a little bit of a run in the postseason? We'll see. But this is very nice what they're doing here. Yeah, like the Hornets. We got Nuggets, Bulls in this one. What do you see here? Nuggets minus the 5.5 on the road. I did see this one move. It was at 4.5. So plenty of Nuggets money coming in so far. Total 231.5. Again, Nuggets on the road here laying 5.5. You got the injury report here. Christian Braun, Jokic, Spencer Jones, Peyton Watson, Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon, Tamar Bates, all on the injury report. A couple of these guys are game times. Cam Johnson, Jokic, and Braun. The rest of those guys looking to be out. So that's like 7 guys on the injury report. Again, keep an eye out for that with the Nuggets. It's to be expected, though, at this point. They've been mixed matching this roster and still finding ways to get it done. The Bulls here, Jalen Smith, Trey Jones, Josh Giddey, Zach Collins has been out for a second. So, yeah, those 4 are out. Again, letting go of Kobe White like that, I don't know. I don't know where to begin with this one. The Bulls have actually dominated a little bit of ATS-wise and head-to-head the last, what is it? I think they've won 6 out of the last 8 head-to-head, the Bulls or something like that. I mean, the last time out, it was earlier this year, 130 to 127. The Bulls got this done. Both teams on a 3-game losing streak. I hate to say this line or this phrase that I use. I got to trust the line. I just think the Nuggets are the better with everything that's gone on, especially if Jokic just announced to play, which this line is indicating he's probably playing tomorrow. Even if he doesn't, I still would lay this 5.5 with the Nuggets, put it that way. I'm not looking at betting on the Bulls right now, how they just blew it all up. A history of doing that. We all remember Krause there in the late 90s blowing up the last dance, as they say. It's the same thing. They're going to blow it up no matter what. They don't know how to win, Chicago. The Cubs don't know how to win. Take that one World Series out they got in like 2016. They don't know how to win. The Bears don't know how to win. What's it been since 8? No way I'm betting on Chicago. Sorry. Give me Denver Nuggets here in this one, minus the 5.5. All right, guys. We got Warriors, Lakers. Let me pull this one up. Give me 1 second. Lakers, what? Why is this doing this? Lakers minus the 3.5. That's what I was seeing. Total 222.5. When I look at this one here, injury report wise, of course, Curry's still on it. Both the Currys. Porzingis is now on the Warriors and still on the injury report. And now Podziemski, who had himself a nice little night the other night to redeem himself, so to speak. He had been getting roasted really by everybody, including me. Not a big Brady Podziemski fan, but he's on the injury report due to an illness, so keep an eye on that. Doncic is on the injury report now, so they can't seem to have Austin Reeves, Doncic, and LeBron on the court at the same time. Super frustrating. One second, guys. Like and subscribe. Get back into this. I was saying it's been hard to get Luka Doncic here, Austin Reeves, and LeBron on the court at the same time for an extended period of time. I do like the Luke Kennard acquisition. He's on the injury report. Again, not injury related. I don't know. I like the Lakers a little bit here, if I'm being honest. They took my money the other night when I was on the Sixers. I think if I was to get on the Warriors here, they'd take my money, if I'm being honest. It's 7-3 in their last 10, winners of 2 straight. They're getting on a nice little homestand way past the All-Star break. I think they're at home until like late February. LeBron's going to sit here and play every night. What's he averaging? 22 points, 5 rebounds, 22 points, 6 rebounds, almost 7 assists a night out of a 40,000-year-old LeBron James. You guys know I hate on LeBron. You guys know I'm the first to roast him. Make me some goddamn money tomorrow, and then I won't roast you no more, LeBron. How about that? Give me the Lakers here minus the 3.5. I'll jump on the Lakers bandwagon. Something tells me I'm going to get burned for it because I've been hating on them all year long. I should stick to what I say, right? I think they're playing some good ball right now. I got to give them some credit. Fifth in the West. I think they're only a couple games back to can be making some moves here real soon if they want to play out till the All-Star break. LeBron's leading this team, maybe. How about it? We'll see if he makes me some money tomorrow night. Lakers minus the 3.5 in this one. Notice I'm staying away from these totals, guys. I'm not scared to give you guys a side. I am staying far away from these totals. All right, guys. We got 76ers and Suns. What do we got here? Suns, the -1.5 favorite now. This was a pick 'em earlier. A game I've discussed already, if you know. What do we got here for the injury report? Isaiah Livers, Grayson Allen, Devin Booker, Jalen Green still on this thing as game times. We'll see if they play. We're going to need everything, I think, in this one. Embiid, George, obviously still on this bad boy, but expecting a healthy Philadelphia 76ers squad, who I'm actually starting to wonder about this depth. Is Quentin Grimes for real? I don't know if I could trust him. Is Oubre for real? He's never been. Wizards reject is what Kelly Oubre is. A Kansas Wizards reject. He had some moments there, but I can't trust Kelly Oubre. I know Tyrese Maxey is a serious baller. I'm not going to – he'll go for 50 if I keep talking crap about him. I'm not going to talk crap about Tyrese Maxey. Edgecombe, he's been a horrific flop since the first week of the season. Let's call a spade, guys. They were saying he's better than Cooper Flagg. It's laughable at this point. It's laughable. I say this, now Edgecombe goes out there and scores 50, but I doubt it. I don't think he can. I think the Suns, obviously Dillon Brooks has stepped up, locked down, has made this team a defensive identified type team here. Trying to find the phrase for them, but you get me. Dillon Brooks comes on this roster. They're starting to play defense. He's starting to knock down some threes. He's averaging like 20-something points a night, Dillon Brooks is. Obviously, Devin Booker plays. That's just an addition. Gillespie, Grayson Allen. I like this kid, Jamari Bouye, off the bench. Goodwin as well. There's pieces on this Sun squad. I'm not going to sit here and sleep on this team. That's why I like them here, minus the 1.5. I think the Sixers have been on the road far too long. They let that game go there versus the 76ers, a game in which they were in control of. And again, tired legs out on the road, far away from home. They still have another road game after this. They got to go up to Portland fresh after this one. So I think the Suns get it done. It's a pick 'em price. I think I can make a case they could lay a little bit here. But give me the Suns here to get this one done. Some tired 76ers legs in that one. All right, we got Grizzlies and Trailblazers. We actually kind of just talked about these Trailblazers. This episode, you guys got to get ready. This is going to be a 2-hour-long episode more than likely because we're not even through the NBA yet. This is buckle up, grab yourself a snack, whatever you guys want, and let's get ready to talk these games. What do we got here? We got Grizzlies, Trailblazers. Like and subscribe before I get into this one here. Oh, of course, this is the first time it's happened. I got to find it at a different book. Give me a second. First time it's happened. We were going right along too, huh? We were going right along. Right. It's going to do it to me. It's going to make me do everything tonight. Grizzlies, Trailblazers. I could get to the injury reports real quick, but I want to get to the line first. That's the most important thing. If I can find it. Bro, these books are trash. I'm having to go to a different book. All right, guys. If you see a line for this one, let me know. I'm going to a third book now. Okay, I see 7.5 Memphis Grizzlies. Total 233.5. I hate to do that to you guys. Normally it doesn't happen. But again, that's why you got to have these multiple books. Again, 7.5 for the Memphis Grizzlies. Total 233.5. Memphis Grizzlies are 7.5-point dogs here. So let's get into the injury report here. John Morant, of course, still out. Ty Jerome, Brandon Clark, Zach Edey, Kyle Anderson, Aldama, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who's a bit of piece that I like to back here. Already not wanting to look the Grizzlies' way with all these guys on the injury report that are listed as out, too. It's not even game time. You look, Avija's out. Okay, that sucks. But Chris Murray, Matisse Thybulle as well being out. Shaden Sharp being game time. We'll see if he plays with those other names being out. I don't see Drew Holiday. Let me make sure he didn't get traded for you guys roast me. He is still on the roster. That's what I thought. But that's how hard it is with these trade deadlines. Yes, Drew Holiday still on this roster. Okay, cool. Jeremy Grant. Yeah, I like it. There's two pieces there. Obviously, the big kid, Klingman, is nice. Hopefully, Sharp can go. He's averaging 22 points a night. I don't know. I don't want to lay 7.5, though, with the Trailblazers. No, thank you. I get it. It's gruesomely ugly with the injury report that you see with the Grizzlies. I think they made us money, though, the other day. And it was this similar. It was against the Kings. It was against the Kings the other night. I get it. It's the Kings and the T-Wolves that second game as well. So that this will be 3 straight. Don't get me wrong, but I think you're getting 7.5 points. I know it's a mixed match roster, but they've been doing it kind of all year anyways. 11th in the West, just fell out of the playoffs. I think, hey, whoa, we're not in the playoffs anymore, guys. We got to do some work and get back into – teams want to make the play-in. I know you guys don't like talking about the play-in and shit, but I think the Grizzlies want to make the play-in here, and they show up. Plus 7.5, I like it. Cavs, Kings in this one. 12.5 the Cavaliers are laying here on the road. Total is 235 I'm seeing. Injury report-wise, Mobley, Strus still out here for the Cavs. And then James Harden and Dean Wade are game times. We'll see if Harden finally makes his Cavs debut. I doubt it. Let me try to predict when he'll make his Cavs debut. I mean, I'd hope tomorrow. Like, why not? Against a crappy Kings team. But is it going to be Monday versus the Nuggets? I almost fade the hell out of the Cavs if they go and decide to do that. We'll see if this is a spot they finally play James Harden. We'll see how if there's enough basketballs to go around here with him and Donovan Mitchell on the roster together. That'll be interesting. When you look at the Kings injury report, though, just to get back on track here, DeAndre Hunter, nice acquisition. I thought that was a great pickup to get. But, hey, going against his former squad here, so that'll be interesting if he does play. He's a game time with an eye injury. Sabonis back on the injury report with a back injury, of course. And Keegan Murray on the injury report as well. Both the Murray brothers have been on the injury report here as of late. I don't know. I don't want to lay 12.5 on the road, but look at how the Kings have been. What are they? I think losers of 11 straight. You look 9-17 at home this year. Losers of 10 straight, 11 straight. The Cavs are 8-2 in their last 10. Winners of 2 straight. Last time these two teams played about 2 weeks ago, it was a 123-118 win for the for the Cavs. That was when the Kings were on their feisty mode. I don't know. Sabonis is not playing. It's like if they don't have Sabonis, feisty mode Kings are not there. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to get on the Kings here. I know it's a lot of points on the road. Somebody may get on the Kings, try to make me look foolish. It's all predicated on if Harden makes his debut. If Harden makes his debut, they're going to absolutely beat the living crap out of the Kings. And it's going to have people thinking Harden is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Let me just put it that way. Harden plays, live bet. I mean, whenever, I don't care if you're out at the car wash, you're freaking, whatever the hell you're doing, find a way to place a bet on the Cavs if Harden is announced that he's going to make his debut. If, he's not, they could be in coast mode, and the Kings plus 12.5 is live at home. Hate to do that to you guys. But again, this is a look ahead show. I got to give you guys what I literally think, and that's what I think in that one. Like Harden's debut, they're not going to go out like chumps, put it that way. All right, guys, let's move on into college basketball. That was 30 minutes I gave you guys of NBA action. I mean, come on. I need some talk in the chat, guys. I need to know what you guys think about some of these games as well. Let me know if I'm wrong, if I'm right, if you agree, if you like, if you don't. Like, subscribe, comment, like I said. What do we got here? Nebraska and Rutgers College Hoops Edition here. We all know Nebraska's been rolling along this year. Great team. Rutgers, the complete opposite, right? I'm looking at trying to find a way to get on Rutgers here. I'm like, screw Nebraska. Absolutely screw them. They are getting a little bit healthier. At least Mass should be in, the big man. I don't know. I don't like laying this much points here. I think they're starting to get a little bit fool's goldish. You could say this is a bounce back, though. You know, they haven't played since Sunday, that Illinois loss. But look at who they got next up after Rutgers on Tuesday night at home. Oh, Purdue Boilermakers. This is already another look ahead spot. Rutgers gets nobody's best shot. Everybody overlooks Rutgers. Look at what they did last time. They got absolutely bludgeoned by UCLA. This is a sneaky get on. They did this to me earlier this year with Oregon, even though Oregon's proven to be disgusting this year. But still, Rutgers is one of these teams, man. You can't blindly just fade them. I need Sonny in the chat. This is Sonny's team here. Sonny's a big Nebraska guy. Let me know what you think, Sonny. I'm on Rutgers here. I think this is a flat spot for Nebraska. I know it's supposed to be a bounce back. They might bounce back and whoop up on them in the first half. Rutgers finds a way to crawl back in. I mean, I could argue we would need 15. It's at 12.5, so maybe slight value. That might be Sonny in the chat. Let me check here. It's not. It's Sir the Boss. I'm not even mad at it. What's up, Sir the Boss? He says, laying it with the Lakers and Hornets. He says, and Denver. So I think we're agreeing on all of those. Little three-teamer. Let's go, Sir the Boss. I'm not mad at that at all. Let's get back to what I was talking about real quick. Nebraska, Rutgers. I thought Sonny would be in the chat. It's all good. No hate, Sonny. Hopefully you watch this later on. I got to get on Rutgers here, though, bro. Just letting you know. Too many points. Nebraska look ahead to the big-time showdown with Purdue at home. So it's this time of the year where these good-time, big-time colleges, they're gonna whoop up on the conference opponents, but not necessarily cover. You know, they're going to go out and win 80-70. They're going to go out and win 75-66 or something, you know. And I'll take the, I think 12.5 with Rutgers. Yeah, give me that. All right, I won't rant as long. I got to give you guys some quicker picks or we'll be here for 3 hours. I don't like doing that to you guys either. We got Wisconsin, Indiana. I don't want to lay anything with Indiana as well. As long as my boy John Blackwell's in the game, yeah, I think he is. As long as he's playing, yeah, I'll be on Wisconsin. That cat can straight up ball. He actually showed it the other day there versus Ohio State, in which I was on Ohio State, and I slept on this Wisconsin backcourt. I won't do it again. I don't care if they're on the road here. Give me the 4.5 points there with the Wisconsin Badgers. Next game up, we got Oregon, Purdue. We just talked about it. Purdue in a possible look ahead. Playing Nebraska up next here on Tuesday. Maybe. I don't know. Oregon's that bad, though. Oregon's that bad. When they lost Biddle, they lost Jackson Shelstead. It's, season in the drain. They were already starting to plummet before that. But that Michigan game comes to mind. Let me find that one. It was, they lost by 10 as 19-point dogs there. That one was at home. This one is on the road, and Purdue's a very, very tough place to play. What is Purdue this year at home? 10-2 at home? I think one of them was to an Illinois squad. They don't lose much at home unless you're a top program. Illinois, Iowa State, Purdue's 2 home losses this year. I just can't see them letting this one go outright on the money line. That's what kills me. I think Oregon plus 19 is there, and you guys know my rule. If you're going to touch a dog, why not try to get on the money line? I would be dumbfoundedly – it's going to be this I think it's the Asian kid. Lin. What's his game log saying here? Last couple games. Yeah, he's been doing nothing. 5, 3, 9, 7. He had a spurt there against Rutgers where he scored 23 points, right? I'm waiting on it's going to have to be a breakout game out of him. Like that's who's going to have to be the kid. Kwame Evans has been nice for Oregon as well. 18 points, 24 points against UCLA his last couple performances. So obviously we'll work it to him, 6'8" forward who can kind of do it all. What's Simpkins done as of late, this cat? 16 points, 15 points, 12 points, 8 points. Needed about that out of him. I mean, there's enough pieces for me to get on Oregon. I hate to do it. We're going to fade Nebraska. We're going to fade Purdue. And we're going to try to find a way to get on those two smelly, ugly dogs and get all those points. Nebraska, Oregon, two-teamer if you want. Of course, sprinkle on the money line because I'm crazy and I'm radical and I want to see some amazing things happen to my bankroll. So give me Oregon in that one. All right, I'll be quick with this one. Another Sonny special. Unfortunately, we don't have Sonny in the chat. It is what it is, but he loves Central Connecticut, and so do I. Central Connecticut's been a little bit of my cash cow this year. They only let me down one time, and then I've been on them the rest of the way, and it's been nothing but green cash moolah. Let me get you a line before I start talking too high on this team. I do believe they're laying a bit here versus Wagner. I believe it's a revenge spot as well. They dropped it. I think that was the game that let me down. This one's going to be a boatload to find. Give me a second. I'm going to have to type this thing in. Yep, I'm going to have to type this one in. All right. Central Connecticut. Central Connecticut. Bro, these books, man. These books don't want you to. There it is. Okay. 5.5 they're laying, which is, I'll lay that right now. Total at 137. Just stay away from it. I don't touch totals almost at this point. Yeah, I like Central Connecticut. Again, revenge spot from what I believe. That was the last time out. No. They took care of business. It was, I think it was Lemoyne that took care of Central Connecticut. So no revenge angle. But again, 62-55. That was January 29th, about a week ago. There was Central Connecticut got it done. That's what it was. It was the spot that bounced me back. So again, talking a lot about past, but what is it? 37% from three, 37th in the country in free throw percentage. Meanwhile, Wagner's 208th in the country in free throw percentage. I like this versatile Central Connecticut squad, 6'7", 6'8" forwards that can handle the rock, positionless type basketball squad they have. Wagner has that one big 6'8" cat that can shoot it a little bit as well. Other than that, I find Central Connecticut to have the better talent. So again, trust the line at home. -5.5 has got to be where I'm at here with the Central Connecticut Dukies here, Blue Devils in that one. All right, we got Cornell and Columbia. Another one that's going to be fun to find. Ivy League. Shout out to Brown +14 there, by the way. I didn't give that one out. I didn't talk much college basketball, but a lot of people were trying to hump Yale. No, thank you. Columbia here -1.5. Total is going to be high, of course, 170.5. These two teams, last time out, it was Columbia's 104-99 win, a game we talked about. Columbia's seniors finally got over the hump, took the monkey off their back, and beat Cornell. Cornell had beaten them 9 straight times before that. Totals have been flying over. What is it? 104-99, like I said, last time these two teams played. 170.5 is a total. I think you can't put this thing high enough. You guys know what I already think about Cornell, the number 1 3-point shooting team in the country. They're going to jack up as many threes as they possibly can. They're number 5 in the country in 3-point field goal percentage. So it's not like they're just jacking these things up and missing them. Again, a great free throw shooting advantage as well, over 100 spots in the ranking advantage. 110th to 215th in free throws here leans to Cornell. All the true shooting numbers, turnovers, offensive rating, all point to Cornell. The problem is Columbia beat them last time out. This Columbia squad's now at home, and they're going to use the defense a little bit. I still think they're going to have to shoot and do, what they did last game to keep up with Columbia. I do believe that one went to overtime as well. I think Columbia plays some defense. I still think the total goes over. Don't get me wrong. But they get those few key stops, and they get Cornell a little too reliant on the three-pointer. Columbia gets those easy twos, and 4-3, 4-3. That's how they play it for a little bit. And Columbia gets the win here. The problem is, 5.5? No, it's 1.5. That's what I thought. 1.5. That's why I like, they win the game. I like that. I'm not mad at that. Definitely see, again, this senior squad rip the monkey off their back, finally beat Cornell. They think they know they can go out there and beat them again here. I like the over, though, too. So there's a two-teamer for you. Columbia and the over in that one. All right, we got another game to talk about. Ole Miss and Texas. Texas laying the 9.5. You guys know I really don't talk about totals too much. I know I just gave a total out, so screw this total. I like Texas, though. Lay it. Just clearly right now the better team SEC-wise. Sean Miller has done some nice things in his first year at Texas. This kid, Dalen Swain, averaging 18 points a game. He's been scoring, 30 points, 28 points, 26 points these last 5 games, really. Got no problem going to a prop with him. Of course, you got the other big guy, Volca Titus. I like this Texas squad. I think they can get it done. Again, we'll be laying it here with them. Can't trust Ole Miss after they let me down the other night. Who was that up against? It was ugly. Ole Miss laid an egg. It was up against Tennessee. I think similar type spot here. I'm not going to trust Ole Miss for a second. Texas here, big, minus the 9.5. All right, we got Oklahoma State and Arizona. Can Oklahoma State do it again here with another upset? I think they're facing clearly the much better team here. Arizona, 22-0, number 1 in the country. Obviously beat BYU outright in BYU. I don't see Oklahoma State doing this twice in a row. Let's just be frank. Again, Arizona's laying 20.5 here. Total 168.5. I don't know. 20.5 seems a little crazy. Let's just be real. It seems a little crazy. I know Oklahoma State, they've been on a little bit of a run too. I think they won the other game before that as well. They beat Utah. Kansas State. There's some solid wins. They've lost to Iowa State twice. Again, we would have been on BYU. I gave BYU out. Wound up not betting it myself, but I gave it out. Which, when I give out losers, I'm going to tell you guys, I was on BYU versus Oklahoma State. Did not see that happening. I can't see Oklahoma State doing it here. Sorry. So put it that way. That's money line, though. That's, just talking straight outright. I think Arizona, you got to look who Arizona plays next. Let's just be real. Arizona plays, they got to go to Allen Fieldhouse on Monday night and play those Kansas Jayhawks. Yeah, I don't want them right here. I don't want to touch minus 20-something with Arizona. Just with that in mind, the fact that, they got Kansas on deck. What's a huge, top 10 matchup that's going to be. And again, Allen Fieldhouse, impossible place to play. Hate to talk about a look-ahead spot and really have that be the reason why I'm on Oklahoma State, but that's how I'm looking in that one. Grab all those points you can with the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And a team that, you proved me wrong versus BYU. Fine, I'll go make me some money. Go make me some money here, plus 20 versus Arizona. We got Alabama. We got Auburn. We're sledging through this college basketball slate. We're not even nowhere near done here. I'm trying to find this one again. SEC action. Alabama, Auburn. When you look here, Auburn, the 2.5-point favorite, total 174.5. Completely agree with this line. This kid Hall from Auburn will be the best player on the courts. Keyshawn Hall, yes, big-time player. 20-something points a game this kid's capable of. 21.5 he's scoring. Pettiford has been nice. Overton has been nice. Is Jovic back because he was hurt for a second? Yes, he is. 8 points the other night. He did score 23 there versus South Carolina. I get it, it's South Carolina. But he's just another 6th, 7th guy off the bench for Auburn that I like. I think they're the better team. I'm not in love with this squad, Auburn here. Again, zero. I mean, absolute zero defense played. What are they in the country? 267th in the country. If I'm being honest, Auburn's not much better. 277th in the country in defensive rating. Both of these teams not scared to play at a fast pace. Total obviously this high for a reason. You guys know what I would think about Alabama. When I see Alabama, we just take over blindly at this point. It's been treating us well. Why are we going to stop? Again, second in the country in three-point field goal attempts. Doesn't mean they make them. 123rd in the country in three-point field goal percentage. So I can make the case they need to calm down a little bit with the threes. I don't know. That coach, can't stand that cat. Give me Auburn here in this one. I don't like either coach, actually, but still, give me Auburn here minus the 2.5 in that one. We got Duke, UNC. Let me find this one. We know this is a great matchup here. Great classic rivalry game. ACC. Let me find it. There we go. We got Duke here minus the 5.5. North Carolina at home here, total 150.5. I kind of believe the minus 5.5 on the road. I think Duke's deeper, more weapons. Obviously, the Boos are twins because the guard is special as well. The big guy can do it. The guard can shoot it. Obviously, Caleb Evans. These guards for Duke are huge. Not Caleb Evans, Isaiah Evans, Caleb Foster. These guys are big-time guards. And then Kamanea is another big wing. I think Duke's deep. I think Duke's really deep. I don't like this cat too much that's getting all this hype. What's his name again? Caleb Wilson. Way too much hype behind this kid. Seth Tremble, what do you call it? He's been all right as of late. 9 points, 5 points, 16, 18, 12, 10, 13. I mean, for North Carolina to be in this one, you're going to have a 20-plus point performance out of Seth Tremble. I might talk the crap about Caleb Wilson. He's going to be a top 5 pick, top 3 pick in the draft for a reason. He's going to score his 15 to 25 points a night here in college. I don't know. I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze with him. I think Duke's deeper, the better team. I got to trust the line even on the road. Duke minus the 5.5 in this one. We got Illinois, Michigan State. And I'll be quick with this one. We had Michigan State here as the 1.5-point favorites. Not necessarily sure I should agree with this line. I think Illinois should be the favorite, much like Michigan was. Tough place to play, don't get me wrong. I'll argue, though, the guards, this cat from Illinois, Wagler, and Jeremy Fear is a great freshman guard matchup. I could argue it's a wash. Then you look at the front court, Illinois holds the advantage, just like they do just against about any team in the country. Illinois' front court, again, the Ivasic brothers and David Makovic are 3 NBA talented bigs. I don't know how they're going to do necessarily at the next level, but they're going to get their shot, put it that way. I like Illinois this year. They've been a team, I got it back. Again, even on the road, plus the 1.5, I got to look that way. Just simply deeper. I think, again, Wagler and Fears is going to be a wash. Both guys, much like the Elliot Cadeau and Jeremy Fears matchup. Again, I hate to keep comparing it to a Michigan spot, but it looks just like it. Again, Michigan State back at home versus another top 5 opponent. I don't know if Izzo has the actual horses this year like he's had in the past. Let's be real. Izzo's had better teams. To let that kid go, Trey Holloman, go to Louisville. Not to Louisville. He went to NC State. Trey Holloman, big-time guard last year. He could have had him right alongside Jeremy Fears. And now you got 2 guys, one to maybe even come off the bench and run your offense. He needs more help, Jeremy Fears. That's what I look at. I don't think Kohler and the other big guy for Michigan State is enough. I got to look at Illinois here in this one to get it done, plus the 1.5 in that one. We got Houston, BYU. Let me look here in this one. BYU is the -1. Whoa, BYU is a plus 1.5 dog. And actually, I see it. Again, the Arizona game comes to mind. Another top 5, top 10 opponent here in Houston. I believe I tried to step in front of Houston with UCF. No, thank you. That blew me out. Again, I calls it like I says it. That was disgusting. I think Houston shows up here. DeBansa and BYU is going to get everybody shot this year. All the money they spent NIL-wise, all the hype that's been around DeBansa. We'll see again if the juice is worth the squeeze with him. I don't think it is. I think these guards finally start playing a little bit better. They did last time out. What do you call it? Kingston Flemings with 18 points. It's really been him. Every time I look at the score sheet for Houston, it's been Kingston Flemings leading the team in scoring, right? Uzan, what did he go? 12 points. He did go 5 for 7 from the floor, but what? 2 for 4 from 3. Sharp, 0 for 3 from 3. 3 of 9 from the floor. Just need better out of him. Just need better out of Emmanuel Sharp. He is a better player. That's why I'm not roasting him. I'm just like, I know the dude's better than what he's playing. You know, how he's playing. It's just Emmanuel Sharp can go 15, 20 points any given night. And they got to figure it out. This backcourt has to figure it out because they need to score 45 points a night between the three of them. What do you call it? Flemings can go for 20. Let the freshman get off. He's clearly probably the best out of the three as far as NBA ready and how young he is. you gotta want to think about building around him, right? And then Sharp, Uzan, 15-15. That's you get 50 points out of those three. Helps and goes a long way. They're going to need it here versus BYU because BYU can shoot the three. Houston slows this game down. Don't want to touch the total. Give me Houston here in this one. Minus the 1.5, even on the road. I think they upset them as well. That's the final college basketball game. Chat is dead. Chat is dead. Nobody's watching. It is what it is. I'll give out these picks regardless. I'm here. Giving you guys what I think with all these games. Show some love. Let me know what you guys think. But it's dry tonight. Super dry. On a Friday night. We got French Liga. Here's a 3-teamer. The 3 L's are going to be some W's. Lens, Lorient, Lyon in that one. Sleazeball it. Man U and Tottenham. Give me Tottenham. Tottenham's gotten it done here in the last couple of times, I believe. Let me pull this one up because I believe the last 5 meetings Tottenham has not lost. So, double chance, all that type of crap you want to look at. I'll get you an actual line in this one. No, I won't. Books are acting stupid. I like Tottenham in that one. Oh, wait. Here's a little German Bundesliga 3-teamer. Sleazeball it. Stuttgart, Dortmund, Leverkusen. There you go. In that one, Leverkusen's been cashing us out here when we pick our spots with them. Dortmund, never going to not want to bet on them. Stuttgart should be favored there as well. So 3 square bets in the German Bundesliga and 3 square bets in the French Liga. But there you have it. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. What hopefully you tune into the Look Ahead show for here on Friday nights. Let me know if you do in the chat. It's dead tonight. I'm disappointed in you guys. You guys ain't showed up. I got to call it out. You know what I mean? I got to call it out because I'm out here giving you guys some pretty solid information. We won again tonight, by the way. I didn't even mention that. We won again tonight with the Milwaukee Bucks. Yes, I gave out Knicks as a free play as well, and that was ugly. Sorry, the Pistons have been taking everybody's money this year. You can keep hopping on the Pistons bandwagon. They're going to set you up so bad with the Pistons. They're going to set you up so bad. They did the other night with the Nuggets. If you laid it with the Pistons the other night, they're going to set you up so bad if you keep backing the Pistons. Let's get off basketball. Let's get back to the nitty-gritty. Like I said, we got UFC fight night here in Vegas, of course. Gafarov versus Wiklatz. Muin Gafarov versus Jakub Wiklatz. Gafarov reminds me of, much of these guys here from the Eastern European area. Just a maniac. He's going to try to take you down. He can knock you out if it gets crazy enough on the feet, and the guy's wild. Gafarov, Muhammad Naimov, those two guys I think of because they look very similar. I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody. It's just the truth. They look very similar, and they fight very similar. Wild maniacs who are fun to watch, if I'm being honest. But I think Wiklatz is a little cleaner, technically, at least on the feet. He could win a decision just off of that, I think. Just off his boxing and staying crisp and sharp. But he's an impeccable grappler. 10 of his 17 wins come by submission, this Jakub Wiklatz. We saw him shut down Patchy Mix there, send him packing I think Wicklax is the real deal. I think this is a stepping stone for him in this matchup. You look at the length and the size advantage he's going to have. At plus 110, it feels like we're stealing some money here. Give me Jakob Wicklax. Let me pronounce his name right since we're betting on him. Jakob Wicklax here, plus 110 in this one. We got Dustin Jacoby and Julius Walker. Julius Walker, the 7-1 little prospect type fighter. This is a tough one because if Jacoby old and over the hill, if he's not, he can win this fight because skill for skill wise and as far as experience in the cage, Jacoby is completely head and shoulders above anything Julius Walker has been in there with. I don't know. Walker, to me, has shown some gassing in the middle of the fight. Has shown some quit in the middle of the fight. If he does that here against Jacoby, Jacoby will win this fight. I got to go to the Dustin Jacoby here to get this one done. Just leave it at that. I think the experience, you should be getting some plus money here with this one as well. Let me check this one out. I got to find this line on this one. I believe because, the younger fighter advantage, a lot of people like to bet that strategy. I like to fraud check them. That's what I like to do. I like to try to fraud check them, and I think we're going to get another fraud check here. Jacoby's the favorite. So that's what I thought too, if I'm being honest. That's why I was like, is he plus money? No. It makes sense why he's the favorite. Everything I said, I think Walker's 7-1. I mean, this is a huge step up as far as records. You look at these two guys' records. Give me Jacoby here. I trust it. Honestly. If he doesn't get this one done, he might be a little over the hill because Walker's there to be hit. This is tough because I am expecting Walker's best performance. He's at that young stage in his career where his coaches know, hey, we dropped this one. We're probably getting sent back down to the regional scene. They're going to get him ready. It's just Jacoby's shown. I still got to trust it. And this might not be a bad fight, so it might save Walker. He might get another shot if he goes out there and goes out on a shield or loses an entertaining decision. All right, here's a dog. Jean Matsumoto versus Basharat. The Basharat brothers, I thought about fading both of them, but of course one of them had Said Nurmagomedov pull out. I think Matsumoto here is live as all hell, plus 250 on the money line. I think he's just as well-rounded, maybe a little smaller, but he's younger and stronger than Basharat. Basharat's a little soy boyish to me. The win against Damon Blackshear, I hold no value in anymore. I could argue Basharat's wins are a little fraudulent. Matsumoto, again, not a lot of UFC experience either. 17-1 prospect, but that war he had with Rob Font won me over. I think Basharat, that would be an interesting fight as well, Font versus Basharat. So I think Matsumoto is a little disrespected, a little slept on here. Plus 250, yeah. Give me the plus money here with Jean Matsumoto. All right, we got Mikhail Oleksiejczuk versus Marc-Andre Barrios. All right, we got plus 380 for Barrios. A little crazy if you ask me, because the guy has shown to me that he has a chin and can go all 3 rounds, even with these knockout artist type middleweights who it's crazy to think Oleksiejczuk is, but he does. Most of his favorites just when he wins a fight, it's via knockout, and it's actually normally early. Otherwise, he's going to lose the fight. He's one of those type of guys. Let me look at the round prop in this one, because I think the round prop in this one's live. The over on it. Over 1.5 rounds is plus 130. I like Marc-Andre Barrios to definitely survive. Plus 130. Over 1.5. Yeah, give me that one. Second round to start. Let me see that. Minus 121 for the second round to start. Yeah, give me that. Marc-Andre Barrios can hang in there. That's just how I look at these fights sometimes. I don't even want to try to pick the winner because obviously I would lean to the plus 380 price of Barrios. But if I'm being realistic, Oleksiejczuk is good enough to win a decision versus him. Minus 500, kiss my ass. You won't see me touching that. Sorry. I'll be on everything I just said. The second round to start, the over 1.5. We're basically trying to back Barrios surviving in there, excuse me. But yeah, that's how I feel about that one. All right, we got Jalston Almeida versus Rizvan Kuniev. Man, this Kuniev's a big son of a you-know-what, man. I saw him at the weigh-ins. This cat's huge. It's two physiques, though, that are different, man. You got one guy that's this big tank. I mean, Kuniev's the size of a freaking fridge. He's this freaking wide. Almeida's this tall, sleek, slender, lean heavyweight. Don't get me wrong. He's a big son of a you-know-what, too. Almeida's not going to be able to go in there and just wrestle this cat like he's done with everybody. That's what makes this fight interesting. Obviously, the experience advantage goes to Almeida. Almeida loves the front teep to takedown, loves the front knee to takedown. That's going to be adjusted on. People are going to start realizing that. I think Kuniev is live. I don't have the balls to bet it. This is heavyweight action. Anything can happen. I'll be short and sweet. That's how I feel about that one. It's going to be an interesting one. It's not no easy test for Almeida. Let me look at the Almeida by decision prop as well, because let me check that out. Almeida by decision, or this one to go the distance. Let me look at that, because that's what I really see. Almeida struggles a little bit. I'll be very surprised if Almeida gets finished. Let me see. Because the price says one thing. You know what I mean? The price would get me on a over 1.5 at -136. So I'm not mad at that. Fight to go the distance, yes, plus 185. So there's some value in that. Fight outcome, okay. Second round to start, -200. So a lot different than the one I just named, right? I think there is value on, what do you call it? Just not value, but fight to go the distance plus 185. This one. Two heavyweights that are grappler heavy, really. Somebody better not get subbed or I'm going to be pissed. And the guy who I see doing the sub would be Kuniev. I know it sounds crazy. Let me check that out. Because this one I'm just shooting off the hip because it's heavyweight. I probably won't touch this one. And if you win on this one, show some love because I'm trying to get you on Kuniev, as you could tell. Because what's the submission prop? Submission prop for Kuniev. Of course, I can't find it. Fight outcome. No. Method of result. There we go. 20-1. 20-1 by submission for Kuniev. I get it, Kuniev. I don't know. To me, that's... Now, it has me looking at Kuniev's record again. Give me a second. I'm going to spend a while on this fight. I'm sorry. I'm going to spend a while on this fight because something's a little off on that to me. Kuniev, is this fight even going on? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, I get it. 6 knockouts to 3 subs. I don't know. I mean, he just subbed somebody 4 fights ago. That wasn't 2022. Lost to Curtis Blades by the split decision. Again, I'll say Almeida is not as good of a grappler as Curtis Blades. I don't care what you guys say. I think they even fought head-to-head. Yeah, Curtis Blades pounded him out from what I remember. Yep. So that's all I'm saying. I'm trying to find a way to get on Kuniev. By sub at 20-1 sounds a little too crazy to me. Give me that. All right. We got Kiyoshi Horiguchi. And I'm probably butchered the spelling on his name. Let me see. No, I spelled it right. Horiguchi versus Amir Al-Bazzi. Am I getting you guys on too many dogs? Maybe, but I got to go dog heavy on this card. We're bound to see one just go hand out dogs. Yeah, give me Amir Al-Bazzi. Sorry. Kyoji Horiguchi, you're going to look at the record. You're going to look at the track record, and you're going to be like, what the hell? Why is he giving out Al-Bazzi? There's no way. Look at Kyoji Horiguchi's record, man. Oh, my God. Look at the track record. He went 8-1 back in his old stint in the UFC. Oh, my God. He only lost to Demetrius Johnson. Right? Sorry. Al-Bazzi's only 3 years younger, so he's not much younger. But in his MMA career, he is 17-2 compared to, I think, a 35. And it's a lot more fights Horiguchi's had. Let me pull that up before I sound stupid. Yeah, 35-5. Is Horiguchi compared to 17-2. You're almost talking twice the experience. Yeah, it is twice the experience, as a matter of fact. But a lot of those are those can-crushing moments there in Rizin and Bellator. These guys show up to the UFC and they get exposed. Patchy Mix just comes to mind, not to talk too much bad about him because I don't think he got that great of a shot. He got 2 fights, but that comes to mind, man. Gaethje had his rough patches. He had to really, really earn it in the UFC. Michael Chandler has been a fraud from Bellator. I mean, let's not make it seem like these Bellator guys come over here and start dominating in the UFC. Eddie Alvarez was, 50-50 fighter. He did win the belt, but it was a 50-50 fighter for the most part, a Bellator guy. So I think Horiguchi is falling in the lines of that. Albazi still on a title chase. The Kai Kara France win was, a little controversial, but I thought he actually did squeak that one out. The Brandon Moreno fight showed he has to get the striking better. Don't get me wrong. I still don't like Albazi's striking. I think he goes out there and robs this Horiguchi guy, and Horiguchi's a grappler. So that's what makes this fight interesting. It's 2 grapplers going at it here. But Albazi is the better wrestler of the 2 and is going to control who's on top in this fight and win these scrambles. I like Albazi here pounding him out, winning. That sounds so wrong. I like Albazi with ground and pound. Doesn't sound much better. Still, to get this one done, ground and pound all the way to a decision. Wish this was a 5-round fight, but we're getting 3 rounds, and I think Albazi gets it done via decision here in this one. All right. We got one more fight to cover, and then, yes, I will talk about the Super Bowl. Guys, we're an hour deep. I told you this one will be a long one. But we got Mario Bautista versus, oh, gosh, I hate to disrespect this cat. What the hell is his first name again? Vinicius. That's right. Vinicius Oliveira. I know a lot about this Vinicius Oliveira. Okay, 23-3. A bully in the gym. I've seen this cat train a little bit up close. Obviously, he's Brazilian, but he travels across I've seen him in Vegas here before. And he will fight a regular human being. He'll go to your regular kickboxing class and fight a regular human being and straight throw a spinning elbow on him and try to knock him out. Whatever you feel about that. But, yeah, there's videos of it online too. Vinicius Oliveira is that type of dude. Bautista, the complete opposite. Another guy I've seen here up close. He's Mr. Head Down, humble, wants to work by himself a lot in the corner of the gym. Don't get me wrong. He does his team practices and whatnot. You got to spar and whatnot, but really sticks to himself. I think he's the better fighter between these two. He's going to stay real here, grounded in his shell, and wait on Vinicius Oliveira to fight wild, which he does. And it's entertaining. Vinicius Oliveira is very entertaining. Crazy uppercuts, jumping knees, spinning kicks, all crap like that. We're going to see if that takedown defense is good, which it is from all the fights I've seen. But it's, Mario Bautista has a pace and cardio advantage. Not a lot of people realize. Yes, a lot of people said he lost that Jose Aldo fight. He may do the very same thing to Oliveira here. Put him up against the cage and, sniff out a decision. Bautista minus 150 is the pick. I just think there's more ways for him to win the fight. I think he can even pick apart Oliveira on the feet just by staying more basic and 1-2, everything down the middle while Oliveira's doing these big looping strikes and gassing himself out. So my picks here, Mario Bautista, keep it simple, keep it sweet in the main events. All right. We got Sonny in here. What's up, my man? He said, appreciate you doing your thing for us. Man, what you think about this Rutgers-Nebraska game? I just think Nebraska's in a look ahead, man. They got Purdue up on Tuesday, and that's a big one. So I liked Rutgers plus the points. I was hoping to get 15, but we're getting 12.5, Sonny. And he's on Skurs. He's taking his Skurs tomorrow. I see it. Uh-oh, little battle. I can't wait for Sunday. I'll be back, guys. Sunday I'll be back to talk about it. But, I didn't forget. I had to save the best for last. I had to save the best for last. So I'm not going to see you until after this game. Seahawks and Patriots. Again, look ahead show will be back on Sunday night. There'll be a live reaction pretty much after this Seahawks-Patriots Super Bowl and a breakdown of Monday's card. But before we get into any of that, let's talk about this game, guys. The defensive advantage to me goes to the Seahawks, but now we have this Evil Mori guy out. A huge piece that I think starts tipping the scales towards the Patriots side. I don't like the Patriots offensive line. I've called Will Campbell a fraud before. I'm not scared to keep calling him that. I think he gets absolutely obliterated, whether they put Byron Murphy in front of him as a 5 technique, DeMarcus Lawrence, the rest of these. There's 5 or 6 pass rushers on this Seahawks squad that on any given night could have it be their day. These linebackers can run and cover the running backs, Ramondre Stevenson, and the other cat, Travion Henderson. The difference in this game is who's going to keep the football, who's going to not turn it over. Darnold was, one of the worst quarterbacks at that this year. He's been solid in the postseason, though. Drake May has been pedestrian, but, some weather issues in some of these games. Let's just keep it real. A lot of people saying he's not as good as he thinks he is. This one, the weather should be a whole lot better here up there in San Francisco. I got to give you guys a pick here. I don't want to beat around the bush. But prop-wise, before I get to the pick, let's go to some props, okay? I got to go to a book to find all these props, so give me a second. Because some of these are going to be line shopping because the Jackson Smith and Jigba props, way overpriced in one book. You got to do your line shopping with some of these props, man. It's Jackson Smith and Jigba at one book is minus 152 to get 90-plus receiving yards. I go to a different book, he's minus 134 to get 90-plus receiving yards. Another book, minus 141, 90-plus receiving yards. That's where I'm looking. If you want to touch a prop, Seattle Seahawks wide receiver-wise, look at Cooper Kupp here. I'm seeing 40-plus yards at plus 108 for Cooper Kupp. Mac Hollins, another guy, 30-plus yards at plus 103. Hunter Henry. Let's look at some of the anytime touchdowns because I'm going more receiving yards. But Hunter Henry, anytime touchdown at plus 245, I like. Rashid Shaheed, plus 350, another one I like. The problem is this going to be an offensive or defensive type game? I think it's going to be a defensive type game. And the total at I believe 40.5. This total is low. 45.5, excuse me. I like the under. And the thing is, do you want to go crazy betting props when you think this is going to be an under game? No. I think we're looking at a possible 24-20, and that's right around where this spread's at. So there's an exact score for you, 24-20. Seahawks may win it, but they don't cover the minus 4.5. That's why I like the Patriots here, plus the 4.5. It's back to the old adage of, I think Tony's even said it before. If you're going to be on a plus 5, plus 4, if the game finishes by 4 or 5, you should be good either way. Looking at it that way a little bit here. And it's been that way the whole plus 2 weeks. I think Drake May, Stephon Diggs, Hunter Henry, both these running backs find a way. Kayshon Boutte has done some things, man. I'm not sleeping on Variable and this Patriots organization that have shown over and over again to be the new America's team. I can go on a rant about the Patriots, but I really want to save myself from saying some crazy crap. I'll leave it at that. The picks Patriots plus the 4.5. A sprinkle on the plus 190 money line. Got to tell you what I really think. I just think the Patriots can keep this one close, man, and find a way. Find a way. That's just how I look at it. Seahawks running backs are banged up. It's down to Kenneth Walker, really. Shut the run game down. Now you're having Sam Darnold back there having to win you a game. Gets a little sketchy. I don't trust him that much against a Patriots defense with 2 weeks to prepare. And Mike Vrabel drawing some crap up. People sleep on how smart Vrabel is as a coach. He was that way as a player. They found the perfect Belichick disciple to continue what the Patriots have been doing year in and year out. So that's the way I look at it, man. Don't be upset at me if the Patriots go on another little dynasty run. They may be one and done as well. They might get got and eventually figured out, but I think they're setting it up for the Patriots, man. Let's just be real. Patriots plus the 4.5 and the plus 190 money line in that one. Kings and Cavs. I did talk about that one. I said that one's crazy. That one's a crazy one. I want James Harden in, and I'll lay it with the Cavs. If not, screw it. I won't even touch the game. I might even lean Kings if James Harden doesn't play. They're not going to make James Harden look like no scrub on his first game with the Cavs. He might drop a 40-piece. Davion Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell might drop another 40-piece with him. They might go 80 points together and make it look like, oh, my God, this is the greatest backcourt ever. That's how I feel about Kings Cavs. Again, if Harden doesn't play, all of that goes out the window, and now I'm looking the Kings' way. But I'm probably not betting that game at all. All right. Coop has dropped off. Cooper Kupp? Yeah, he's dropped off. Somebody I saw, this is Instagram bullcrap, put him a top 10 wide receiver all time. That shows you how some of these I'm young, I'm millennial, but some of these cats that are young nowadays need to get their freaking brains checked. Put it that way. These kids are too mature and level-headed, won't be looking ahead after 2 straight losses. He's talking about those Cornhuskers. Yeah, that is a very good point. And this kid, Ryan Mask, the big 7-footer or the big guy for Nebraska's back now. So he says, I ain't got no clue. I'm just been there for the fun of it, right? Yeah, we'll see, man. I'll definitely check out that Nebraska-Rutgers game. I gave you guys the Super Bowl pick. Excuse me. I gave you guys the Super Bowl pick. We talked some fights. Rewind to the very beginning. We talked college hoops. We talked NBA hoops. I even sprinkled in some soccer in the middle of the show. You're going to have to find it. Just check out some of the banners that pop up. These little blue things here. They'll pop up. But thank you guys very much for tuning into the Look Ahead Show. We went an hour, almost 20 minutes here. Long show, big weekend ahead of us. Let's make it rain this weekend. Super Bowl 60 is going to be our, you know what? I'll say it. It's going to be our bitch. Super Bowl 60, we're going to make it our bitch. Bottom line. You already know. Peace out, everybody. Let's make tomorrow a winning day. Let's make this weekend a winning one. Best of luck. Peace.